Um, they finally okayed it.
Okay.
So it's supposed to. They're supposed to call us as soon as it comes in.
Okay, good, good. So that's not unusual. I always tell my patients that in very rare cases are patients able to just go pick up their drug the same day that we prescribe it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost always there's an authorization process, and it can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks for
Yes.
that process. And so I always try to prepare my patients for that. It's very difficult because you want to be starting these medicines as soon as possible, but oftentimes there's a process with the insurance company. So it sounds like you've got that all ironed out. So that's
Oh
really
my
good.
goodness! Yes, they're gonna give a 14-day free trial. Not free trial, but a trial thing to see how I manage it.
Yeah.
Yes. So
And
I'm just hoping that I do good.
yeah,
You
I
know.
hope so too. Dr. Druda always recommends starting with just 2 tablets. Don't start with all 4 of them
Okay.
because it can be very toxic. And she recommends starting with 2, and then, after 2 weeks, if you're doing good, you go to 3, that kind of thing. We take it very slow. But you'll also be seeing Dr. Palermo, who may have his way that he does it too. But
Mm-hmm.
I just want to caution you to take it slow and go easy with the titrations up.
Should she go up at all because she was told because she only weighs 100 pounds she would just stay at 2 for now?
I'm gonna look at Dr. Druda's note. Doesn't say that. Hold on. But the thing is, we have to defer to Dr. Palermo. He's the prescribing doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the one who's gonna see you and make those decisions. But no, Dr. Druda mentioned in my note that, in her note, that you start at 400 and
Right.
titrate up to 600 if you're able to.
Okay.
That's what she said, and we would never push it. We would always be like, wow, if you're doing good on 400 but you're having side effects and we're afraid they would get too much, we wouldn't recommend going to 600. Or if the labs were a little bit on the side that if we felt like if we gave you more you might have too much anemia or something. So I know Dr. Palermo probably has like what we call toxicity checks, or visits that you'll have while you're on the medicine, and they'll watch you really close for it.
Toxic. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I wrote it down.
they're really good there. They'll help you a lot with that.
Okay. So, the biggest question that I am fighting with is I have problem taking pills. And I know I have to take it on an empty stomach, which I'm going to. Can I take a bite of something and take it down with that? Like maybe a little bite of banana and take it down with that? Can I do that?
Yeah, you're gonna get some great information today because you're also gonna meet with our pharmacist who's fabulous.
Okay.
But a bite of banana or even some applesauce would be okay to take it.
Oh,
So
okay.
that it goes down a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It's very common for patients who have trouble with swallowing that they can use applesauce for that.
How
So
big? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not sure how big the pills are. I don't think they're really big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say you can refer back to applesauce on the form, it also says applesauce. But are there things in there that you don't want her to take it with?
No grapefruit.
We saw that. We read that. No grapefruit or acidic.
Yeah.
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 But like if she had to switch it up, let's just say it goes on for 3 weeks and she needs to go from banana to, I don't know, pudding. So is it as long as it's enough just to smooth over the pill, right? That's okay.
Oh.
Is there
Yes,
anything?
You guys are thinking exactly correct.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Even a little bit of peanut butter.
Right, that's
anything.
she.
I tried that.
Girl, I had her do that. She said she could not get it back behind her throat.
It's like stuck right there in my
I said almond butter, peanut butter, pudding. I said get all that in your cupboard and let's just start trying to do this gag reflex.
Oh.
Okay.
And I saw your question about nausea and diarrhea medications.
Yes.
And when we're prescribing pazopanib, we do that. We prescribe some Zofran for nausea, and then we advise you to get some Imodium over the counter and just have it on hand in case you start getting the diarrhea. But again, I'm going to point you back to Dr. Palermo, because he's going to be, he or she, I can't remember.
It's a he.
He's going to be your go-to person, because
Okay.
he's going to manage, you know,
Your day, everything daily, he's gonna manage.
yeah.
Okay.
So when you, I would contact their office pretty right away and ask them to please prescribe something for nausea. Sometimes we tell our patients that they can take the nausea medicine 30 minutes before you take your pills, because then, you know, it's in your system.
Okay.
And so that way, because you're probably going to take your pills at nighttime. A lot of people
Yes.
take them at night.
Yes.
So you take the pills 30 minutes before, and then,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
how it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The diary.
Definitely the star of the show today is going to be our pharmacist, because I saw your list of supplements, and I think they are probably hard at work right now researching all of those
Okay.
for you to look for drug and herbal interactions to kind of just help you know. A lot of times if there's not any data, or they don't know, which happens sometimes with these herbal and even the apricot seed I saw on your list, if there's not anything, they'll recommend that you don't do it. So just don't be surprised if that happens. But there's some really good resources through Memorial Sloan Kettering. They have actually a drug and an herb interaction that we use. You're going to be very happy with that, you know, help that the pharmacist will give you. So that's good.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And when, you know, some of the side effects too is headaches. I'm going to get headaches. What kind of, can I take Tylenol or, you know?
We try to have you steer away from Tylenol, because Votrient can affect your liver enzymes, you know, and so does Tylenol. So if you do get a headache, I think Aleve would be a better choice.
Oh,
for you.
okay. What else did we ask? All my other meds. Oh, I guess the medication. I guess the pharmacy will answer that.
Yeah, the pharmacy will help
Okay.
you with that.
Okay.
While she's looking at her list, can I say this is something you do for many people, and seeing people survive and come through. What tips do you remember going like, I can't believe that worked for you, that you could share with us, or or something that you're like, don't do this because it's always hurt this person, or you know what I'm saying? The two positive and negative things that you could share with your experience level.
One thing that I would recommend is that you do start with the practice of taking the nausea medicine 30 minutes before you take your pills, because I think that does help you not wake up in the middle of the night with nausea, and it can help with any morning nausea. It helps people kind of sleep. We recommend taking the pills in the evening or at night, because it helps. You're going to sleep through the worst of the side effects, is what we're hoping, you know. The other thing with this medicine, Votrient, is that we do see quite often that patients lose their appetite. They're just not interested in food. They're not hungry. I always say that it would be a great drug for dieters if it didn't have all these other side effects. So in that regard, if you begin to notice that you're really becoming uninterested in food, there's I'm going to encourage you to think about food as your medicine. It's really important that you keep yourself healthy and that you eat a healthy diet, and that you do your best to eat your meals when they're planned, and if you need to do boost supplements or things like that too, so that you don't lose too much weight. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would say most of my patients, they have some kind of disinterest in food. Your hair will turn white with this medication.
Well, when you say turn white, does the tips turn white or just
No.
from the bottom up?
From the bottom up, and it turns white. All your hair, even your eyebrows turn white. It's
I'm
a
gonna be so
very,
sexy.
very.
You are gonna be so sexy.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful.
You gotta pay high dollar for the whitening, so you better take advantage of it.
And I'm telling you, there are people who pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
To have it. And,
I saw a black man walking through the airport yesterday with white hair,
Yes,
and I said
yes.
dreads, and I was like, that guy, he paid a lot for that.
He did. So I just want to prepare you so you don't get shocked, but
Okay.
that does happen. And
Okay.
it'll happen from the roots up,
Okay, so you not recommend going to the hairdresser and dyeing your hair or anything like that? Just leave it alone.
You can if you want to. It won't hurt you to dye your hair. You can
Okay,
still
that's
keep-
what I need to know. If anything I can do with my hair or something, it won't affect what I'm doing.
No, it's okay to do whatever you need to do for your hair and keep it colored if you want to. That's okay. And then the other thing that I find is that people get really tired. They get very fatigued with this medication. And I always tell people to think of your rest in terms of what I call a 2-to-1 ratio. So let's say that you are reading a book for 30 minutes and you notice you're getting tired from reading, the fatigue of concentrating and reading for 30 minutes. I want you to take a 15-minute break, right? Or let's say you're cooking dinner and you've been busy in the kitchen for an hour. I want you to take a 30-minute break. So for every 2 hours of activity, you take a 1-hour break. And I think that's a good way. And I don't mean take a nap. I don't mean like lay down and take a full
Right,
nap.
right. That's what. Yep.
Just take a break. Put your feet up and let's say that you were doing the activity that I mentioned of working in the kitchen for an hour. Well, go sit down in an easy chair and just kind of lean your head back and rest a bit. Maybe look at the TV a little bit, read a book, something like that.
So change the subject.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you say rest, it would be easy to mindset yourself like, let's go take a nap.
No.
Let's save the nap for nighttime.
Yeah, because otherwise you're not going to sleep at night. I do not mean nap. And just in case you do take a nap, I don't want you to sleep more than 30 minutes in the daytime. Otherwise, the next thing is you'll be calling us and telling us you can't sleep at night. What are we going to do about that? And I'm going to say stop sleeping during the day.
Well, I take sleeping pill at night because I have horrible dreams at night and I can't sleep from when I was young. Is the sleeping pills gonna affect my? Oh, I guess I gotta ask that to the pharmacy.
Well, can she still take those at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can answer that for you.
Oh.
Your sleeping pills are fine to take.
Okay.
Okay.
They'll do a full review of everything, but the sleeping pills shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
But with this girl, with all this not sleeping during the day, you should be so tired at night.
Yeah.
This is my friend. She came from Texas to be with me before.
That's good. Well, you would need that. Hi.
Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called My Favorite Groomer.
All right.
Do that for me, okay?
Yeah, fun.
Yes, so she came from Texas to stay with me for several days. And I guess I'm going to start the pills as soon as I get it. I'm going to do radiation, but I go on the 10th to get mapped, I guess, to get me mapped and everything. So I'm going to do the chemo and the radiation at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. You are.
But does she have to wait? Go ahead.
Do I have to wait till I get scheduled for the radiation to start my chemo?
No.
I started right away.
You can start it when you get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we do have some patients that start on 2 pills and they find out, whoa, this is a lot. Man, you know, maybe I'm so tired, or I really am having trouble with nausea. We tell them, okay, hold it for a few days and start with one pill. So I just want you to know there's no dose that's exactly right. We just have to find the one that your body is going to allow you to be on.
So okay. So then I take the first two pills at PM at night, and if it affects me, like I get up in the morning and it start affecting me in a not so good way, do I cut back to just one the next night?
Well,
Or talk to her doctor.
talk to Dr. Palermo. Yes.
Okay.
But in our practice, sometimes we tell people, okay, go back to one till you get used to it, and then try to go to two. We got to find the right dose for you.
Okay.
So when she gets it, should we ask her doctor this? She do when she gets the pill today. Tonight she'll just do one, and
No, he's probably gonna start her on two.
okay. So
Okay.
don't do that. Don't simper up and then simper down or whatever. So then
Don't do it without asking. Yeah.
so then
Yeah.
if he's closed on the weekends, should she wait till Monday to start in case it's a bad day all through the weekend and she can't talk to him?
That sounds like a very safe plan. I think that's a good idea.
You know what I mean? You start Friday and then no one's around for Saturday and Sunday, and then you suffer because you go ahead and take the two every
Oh.
night, and then you're dying
Yeah. So
by
this
Monday. So start on a time where you can call the next day or the next day after that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
makes a lot of sense.
Right? Okay.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
what's, I know, what else you got, Betty?
I think that's it. I think
Scan
that's-
through one more time while I ask her one more thing. Scan through, make sure line to line.
The pills, taking the pills, the banana, the headaches.
When
I
you
took
talk to the
headache.
clients,
Go ahead.
so when, Leah, when you're talking to your clients and you're seeing them either decline fast or incline or whatever, what is it that you wish you could just put in a book and everyone that has cancer can read this so that they can do what the past has, done that's right? What is it?
Yeah. Sometimes if I see patients that are really struggling or suffering with side effects that are interfering with their quality of life, like they just can't do the things that they really love doing. Just from my heart, as an oncology nurse, and I've been working in this field since the 1990s, I always want for them to really choose quality of life over taking that medicine. I've seen people live longer not being on the medicine than continuing to take the medicine that is making them sick. So I think it's always a balance. It's a walk, and it's always very, my practice is tailored to what the patient wants. If they're telling me, oh, I don't care if I'm throwing up 4 times a day, I still want to be here. If my scans are good and I'm stable on my scans, I still would take this medicine, right? Then that's I'm there with them. I'm helping them with that nausea. I'm helping them get through it. But sometimes it's hard for me as a practitioner to see somebody so sick, and I know that the medicine they're taking is making that happen. So I don't know if that answers.
Yeah, so choose quality of life over the medicine, even if it's the middle of the night. It's like, hold on, I gotta take a step back.
Yep. That's
For-
how
yeah.
it would be in my book.
Okay. For your best patients, the ones that did the best, how did they must keep their mental state?
So this is really true, and you'll find most of this in nursing research, not in medical research, but the best thing for fatigue and also depression related to cancer diagnosis or treatment is exercise. And it is in moderation, but it is exercise. It is making a mindful walk every day if you can do it. Maybe if you have a treadmill, or if you have some weights, even like 5-pound weights at home, but some very directed exercise, 30 minutes a day, will help. And I see that also patients who keep their hydration status and drink as much fluid as they can, and eating whole foods, not so much from boxes and cans, but eating as much whole foods and healthy foods as you possibly can.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
When she goes in for her scan, this and that, should she wear diapers because now she's drinking so much water she has to that scan, that mapping thing?
Hey, listen, if you have stress incontinence like me, any woman over age of 40, yeah.
Yeah, I told her just wear it just in case. It's always a bad day when you fail it, right?
Because I know Dr. Truda said that the biggest thing was diarrhea.
Okay.
So she says that a lot of people have diarrhea. I go, oh, okay. It's like,
Okay.
So
all right.
keep that Imodium. Get some Imodium. It's over the counter.
You got that down, Imodium?
Yes.
Okay. And one more question I have. My husband want to get me some for my tummy and stuff. Bay leaf tea.
So she can do teas with no caffeine, right? What can she do any tea with no caffeine, like bay leaf tea, any kind of tea? Did you know any patients that would just they loved tea? They cut out caffeine, but they did this other kind of stuff tea.
Some teas, like there are some mushroom teas we want you to stay away from. Those can cause trouble with bleeding and with your liver, but bay leaf tea I don't know about.
We'll ask the
I know
pharmacist.
chamomile would be fine,
I got
hibiscus
that.
tea would be fine, mint tea is fine, peppermint tea is fine. I think bay leaf tea would be okay, but you'll have to ask
Okay. So for sure we can have no caffeine, right? With this medicine.
You can have caffeine with this medicine.
I can.
Okay.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there is a restriction on caffeine. Ask the pharmacist for sure, but
Okay.
to my knowledge, like having a cup of coffee or some tea in the morning would be okay.
Okay.
Or-
Okay.
And I'm going to ask pharmacist. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I know this is personal, but is there any way you would let us have your cell number?
oh my goodness.
We won't bother you unless Dee Dee's like, I just need to ask her 2 questions.
Actually, the best way, honest to God, is through the portal where you did all your questions before.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way, if I'm going to be on vacation in 2 weeks, and I won't know who's calling me if it's a patient or a personal person. So I don't give out my personal cell phone.
Okay, can you take down, well, I'm in Texas, so the portal doesn't work for me, but can you take down my number and check on us in 3 weeks?
I'll have the nurse give you a call.
Okay. No, like me personally, like what I like to do is network and keep people like under your belt that you might need later in life. And so it's good to know like the people that know everything you told us, you know, someone that knows their experience level and what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have 3 friends right now with stage 4 cancer, so it would be good to just, I'm documenting all this, and Betty's letting me record because that's what I do for a living. So just being able to say, hey, Leah, you know, can I talk to you? You know, do you got 5 minutes? And so, yeah, if you say no, that's fine, but I was just going to ask. But you can take my number down.
Okay, go ahead.
817-676-1585. And my name is Dee Dee, D-E-D-E, and my last name is Croy, C-R-O-Y.
Okay, very good. Okay, good.
Okay.
So would you recommend doing partying, dancing, vacations, anything like that in the middle of what she's going through?
Yes, all of the above. But limit your alcohol because it can affect your liver, and we don't want to.
Oh, I stopped. I drink 1 glass of wine every day, and I stopped that because I just didn't feel like I felt different when I drank it. Being what I have, it just didn't make me feel the same when I drank wine.
Mentally or physically?
I might be mentally.
Okay, so
It's
can
gotta
she have
be-
a glass of wine?
Yes, you can. You can have a glass of wine in the evenings. We'll be watching. Dr. Palermo will be watching your liver enzymes very carefully.
Yeah, I'd rather not mess with my
You
own
know if you
liver.
can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't quit life because you think it's just tiptoe now. Really, you should enjoy your life.
Right. That would be in my book.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Leah, please keep in touch. I know I'm a stranger, but sometimes a stranger is your best friend, especially when you're faced with things like this that you have to tumble through.
Yeah.
Yeah. for sure.
Okay, please keep in touch.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the star of the show coming up.
Oh,
Woo!
okay, thank you
Alright.
so much. You have a good day.
Alright.
Bye.
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 Star of the show coming.
You, baby.
No, it's the pharmacist.
Oh, star of the show. Oh, we need to call back in. I thought she was talking about you because we're about to
No,
do this
the star of
movie.
the show.
Movie about you.
What's wrong with you, baby? Oh, you want to eat? You see how she is?
Do you need to rush and eat, like feed her? You got 5-6 minutes while I
go
set
rush
this
and
up.
feed her. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead. She's already telling you what to do.
All right, come on.
Okay. All right, let's get her set up for this next meeting. I'm gonna get into her email here. There's a second email. Let's do that. So this is our 2 p.m. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up and get in there, situate ourselves. Get down, sit down. Okay, we're in there and we're on mute. A lot of information, isn't it? Yeah, a lot. What comes to my mind right now is let's not dwell. Let's just get her done. So let's not dwell about it, worry about it. So I'm sitting here thinking, processing, and it's just like, stop. This is just something we must do, and we must do it and move forward. So that's kind of where I'm like, okay, let's do it, you know? Ready? So we're in here already?
Oh, we're in here already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got 5 minutes.
We do have 5 minutes. Do you need a potty again real quick?
No.
You sure?
I can take banana.
She said, I can take banana. Look how happy she is.
You don't know how that was bothering me. Oh my gosh, I feel like a normal person now.
So you've been
And
doing
he
this
wants-
whole thing to yourself. No wine, no banana, no
Right,
what,
right.
freaking out. Da, da, da.
Right.
She was like, you went like this on the pill. She was like this. And honestly, right, she was like, what? No. Like, did you see her face when you
Yeah,
did
she
that?
said, "I don't-"
She goes, how big's the pill? And she's like, oh, what? No. Like, no, I don't think it's that big.
It's smaller than that.
Someone said horse pill and you took it way out of line.
Oh my gosh. So my hair is going to turn white.
Free whitening, girl. I would take advantage of it.
Well, I have to. I'm not going to do nothing. But I can color.
You can dye it.
Can.
Unknown caller.
Hello?
Unknown caller?
I know spam likely.
I don't even know why you picked those up.
Huh?
I don't even know why you picked those up.
Because this is the reason why I pick them up.
Oh,
Because my facial, the girl lady did my facial, it had spam likely and spam likely. So I picked it up and said hello, and she says, "Hi BJ, this is Art Rotary," and I go, "Do you know you came on a spam likely call?" She said, "I did." I said, "Yeah." She said, "I gotta check into that." I said, "I don't know.
how do you even check into that?
I don't know."
See, now we can get to work after this. You know what I mean? Get your head right, man.
Didi, you don't know.
I don't need to know.
Yeah, you don't know. Now you do.
I don't need to know.
I need to get that girl really quick out of it.
You're going to have to change your clothes if you buy some diapers. You're going to need size large. Them diapers are not going to fit in your clothing. Nope.
What are you talking about, baby?
If you get diapers, you're going to have to get size large pants.
Who's gonna get diapers?
Well, that's true. She agreed. Diarrhea.
You
know
made
what?
her agree.
No, never. But if you're laid up and you just go and it ends up being juicy, girl,
Oh, you're sick.
girl, it's happened. You know.
Not to me yet.
Really? Girl, it's happened I think twice in my lifetime. I'm like, oh gosh.
Wait a minute, it did happen to me once.
It's like I thought it was gonna be a fart.
One time.
Oh no, that was turned into freaking what the
My
heck?
sister does that all the time.
Really?
She has no control.
The same sister that had her uterus hanging out.
No, my sister.